not surprising, the talent. Speaking of talent, we move into the 57-kilo gold medal match. Muslim SADULAEV, Russia on the left. The Urigan champion's been red hot, getting set to take on Süleyman ATLI of Turkey. This talented rising star closed out last year's Budapest World Championships, if you recall. He upset the United States returning silver medalist and Thomas Gilman. So ATLI raised some eyebrows. He's here to stay. SADULAEV, with that Urigan run, has not let up. He has been dominant in his route into this gold medal.
And another guy taking the place of an injured starter, and he's of course taken the place of defending 57-kilo world champion SADULAEV of the Russian Federation.
Blue action.
And he is expected to be back at the European Championships. I know in speaking with the Russian Federation, they did say that he is healthy and he's back to training, so he's looking forward to the European Games coming up in Minsk, Belarus. So that's the next tournament where you can expect to see SADULAEV.
Think about SADULAEV, watching him yesterday on the matches and in the semifinals last night. He is really tough to score on, and he is so good on the counter attack. Forehead to forehead, a little more than a minute into this first period. Both wrestlers feeling each other out. ATLI of Turkey in the black and blue singlet. Russian Federation represented in the red by SADULAEV.
Two different body types as well. You mentioned SADULAEV so difficult to get in. It's because he's so low to the ground, and Süleyman ATLI, pretty tall, 57 kilo, but another thing that sticks out to me with ATLI is his upper body, very broad.
So if you're ATLI, how do you use that height to your advantage and the leverage that you have in that department?
The height comes into play when, from the defensive standpoint, very easy to sit the corner when you're one of those bigger guys. Here you see a high crotch attempt, and this is where he looks to get his head through the middle, and he's doing a good job of, it's SADULAEV doing a good job of blocking out that left ankle.
Waterfall position. SADULAEV just so springy, but look at ATLI, persistent, stayed with it. And he'll go up 2-1. And now a quick wrench and a quick turn for two. Back he goes again for two more, and out of bounds they go. So bang, just like that, he went to work and took full advantage.
Transitioning into back-to-back guts. So they give SADULAEV one. But ATLI, the takedown in the two guts, 6 points, that's huge, a 5-point lead. And you talked about scoring late in the period. Under 30 seconds left in the opening period, and a 6-point dagger.
First period in the books. Süleyman ATLI with a 6-1 advantage. Had that run last year in Budapest, captured the world bronze medal. He was a 2016 Olympian, a junior world gold medalist early in his career back in 2013. Showed that improvement that Turkey was hoping for. He was 15th at the World Championships in Paris, and just made that huge leap like we've seen so many of the Turkish wrestlers do through the years. He is a legitimate threat at 57 kilos come September in the World Championships again. All right, SADULAEV down 6-1. He hasn't been in this position. He hadn't given up 6 points in his 3 matches combined coming into this finals, but now he's in a hole. Let's see what offense he can do as he tries to chop down this tall tree in ATLI for Turkey. Has the underhook. Unable to go anywhere with it. That length of arm, that's going to be tough to work, and you see why.
And they gave ATLI 2 for the exposure there. But if you're ATLI now, you have to work to get that left side underhook out. You can't allow SADULAEV to be here. This is where he wants to be. This is where he wants to control the match and get to his offense.
Blue zone. Center.
And SADULAEV just realized they gave him the 2 for the exposure and kind of went with, looked at his coaching staff, and they didn't challenge it. It puts you down 9-1, and you're already in a hole. You have to just worry about where you're at now. But if you look back to the 2016 Olympic Games, in 2017, we talked about Thomas Gilman, who was the world runner-up. The weight class cleared out, and the knock on the 57-kilo weight class in 2017 was everybody in Vladimir Kinchigashvili, Haji Aliyev, they all bumped up to different weight classes to 61 after the Rio Olympic Games. And 2017 wasn't as loaded as the years prior, and now you're starting to see the 57-kilo weight class fill out for what it's going to look like come 2020. And with ATLI, I think he's finally putting himself in the tier 1, tier 2 type of guys who have the opportunity to go to the 2020 Tokyo Games and win an Olympic medal. I really believe that he took that leap. You mentioned it. Turkey wanted to see that improvement last year, and they got that, and you're seeing it here still.
Blue zone. Zone blue.
Out of bounds he goes for the point for SADULAEV, but he needs something big in the closing moments. 40 seconds to go, a 6-point deficit for Muslim SADULAEV of Russia. One of 3 finalists tonight for the Russian Federation. Russia dealing with an injury that we'll talk more about a little bit later on. One of their finalists tonight, just a bad blow. Out of bounds they go, another step out point, and it's 8-3.
Good performance, though, from ATLI. You look at offensively, picked up some points, defensively stopped shots, and from the top position, picked up a couple of exposures with turns, so great job by him here in 57 kilos.
So he picks up where he left off in 2018, and now he has a European championship to his belt. An incredible run in Budapest, and now here in Bucharest. It's a European championship for Süleyman ATLI for Turkey. Pretty good run by SADULAEV of Russia, but that first period sequence of gut wrenches created a little separation, and that was the difference. As ATLI is your gold medal winner at these European Championships.